It's all subject to interpretation. Everybody has their own, thing
Of
about it.
course.
So.
Yeah. But facts are facts.
You can't argue actual factuals.
Actual factual. Satisfactual.
Hmm. Yeah. You got plans for this weekend?
Yeah, going to Disney tomorrow. Spending the night. We have a pass holder preview for the Moana experience on Sunday. So
Mhm.
booked a quick hotel night, get away, and then be home Sunday afternoon. After that's done, oh, fade to black. Paige is gone, and I'm in the spotlight again. There he is.
It's Darius. It's called again.
Oh, he probably asking if I got papers served yet
No, no, no.
for copyright infringement from my kid.
No, it's probably something else. Yeah. Sorry,
So
sorry, D.
what are you doing this weekend?
I'm hoping I can open up that box.
So you're gonna take a little break from the yard, hopefully. Get a little U time with the Mac.
Oh,
Take a
you know what? Well, now that you mention that, really quick, just really quick. So somebody messaged me and asked me if I paint my fingernails. No, I don't paint my fingernails. This is you probably heard us joke about pipe and stuff like that and the yard and everything like that. I'm working in the yard right now, and this is what is it? It's that pipe
pipe.
sealer.
Yeah, pipe
Yeah,
sealer.
yeah. So no, not fingernail polish. If I would, I'd still be comfortable and tell you that I did it, but it's not. Somebody's like, and then somebody else asked me, they go, "Damn, he slammed his hand in the
Yeah,
door or something." So
he's injured.
I was like, "No, no." Uh,
I'll
oh,
tell you what.
really, really quick. Also, so for the two guests that we have lined up, I know Minnie's you're in there already. Can you hear me, Minnie's? Put a thumbs up if you can or not. Yes, no? Okay. So if you want, you can stay there and listen to the show, but it's going to be a little bit later. Maybe 10, 15 minutes. Is that okay? Yes or no? She said yes. All right, cool. Same thing with Boba. I know you're waiting up too. If you want, you can hang out in the green room and just wait and listen to the show, or you can back out and then I'll announce it when we do it. Sorry for interrupting. Good? All right, cool. Everybody's good. Yeah. All right. What do you got, bro? Anything? You said
I was saying
Disney.
it's you hurt your hand from carrying all this Mezco news around, and you got your that's why your fingers are all busted up. All the
Yeah.
typing, like keeping us up to date, keeping us informed.
Yo, man, I was like this all day today. Just
Kick
doing that, doing the show, digging, doing all this
Terry,
other stuff.
Bruce Almighty when he's like sending the emails.
Hmm. Yeah, man, it's fun, but it's a lot. But yeah, all right. So I think we got a good crowd in here. We'll make it official and we'll start. I just text him. I was seeing if he's gonna call back again or try to do it. So it's good. All right. Make sure I got everything. So we got guess everything. All right, here we go. Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 130 of the Hangout. My name is Paige, where we give you positive insight into the collecting very chilled and relaxed atmosphere. I say we because I'm joined by one half of this two Corys, but it means more content. CC won't be with us tonight. He had some prior engagements, and hopefully he'll have some fun this weekend, and we can get him back next week. So, but I do have, like I said, Mr. Michael Cory. How you doing, sir?
Good. How are you tonight?
Doing well, doing well. Everybody seems like they're doing well. Joining on a Friday night. I know everybody could be, doing other things. So I appreciate you spending some time and hanging out with us tonight. Got some good stuff for you tonight. We'll try to blaze through most of this stuff and so we can get to the good stuff, reveals and everything else too. Quick
There's reveal.
preview. How'd you feel? How'd you feel about it today? Don't go too far in depth. Just
Broke, beaten,
broke.
poor. Yeah, yeah. Call my financial advisor.
Oh,
See what I gotta do.
yeah. Hey,
Make some
hey, man.
diversify some funds, get some liquid going.
Oh, you did? You served up before you came on? I was like, wow. I need to do that one day, just for fun.
Yeah. It's the hustle.
Yeah. That's some good stuff. Yep, got that in the queue. We'll try to update you with that as well. But again, going through the chat really quick. I'm here. I'll be back in time. All right, cool. Excellent. So let's get this party started. It's on the clock, right? On the clock. Tick, 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 tick. News and notes.
Shot clock. Got
Yeah, 24 second.
24
We can do
seconds.
like 10 minutes. All right. So news and notes. Some quick news and notes for you real quick. Are you seeing this, MC, or yes or no?
Yes, sir.
All right, cool. So Slugfest. Currently, Slugfest is still available. I did see, and this is not the screen grab that you're going to see. This was probably from an hour or two ago. I don't know if it's still currently available. I can check really quick, but he's still up for order. The reason why I'm telling you this is not to plug the sale or anything like that, but it is to tell you that I saw in one of the groups. Hold on a second. Why do you have to accept terms and conditions when you've done it? Yes, he is still up currently. But I saw in another group that somebody got shipping for this. This is from Chuck Gentile Jr. This is in the other MEZCO group. He posted that he got shipping and it's going to be coming out of Fife. So, yeah.
So Minnie's predicted that, well, she didn't. She just said that she hopes that we get a drop and it ships like right away, like Gotham by Gaslight when that Joker.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I remember she said that in the chat, like night one, I believe.
Yeah.
So I want to give her
We've done
props.
that. They've done that a few times
Into
too.
existence.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah. Fire, my friend. Yeah. They've had a couple of like that. They've had Gotham by Gaslight Joker, that big box that they had. What was it?
Is it
The
the
Toy Fair
Bodega box?
Gomez. The bodega. No, the roach with the golden head. That
Oh
one
yeah,
shipped
yeah.
out the same day. I remember getting shipping for that. I have it all written down. It's on my phone, but I can't flip that around because then you'll see stuff that you don't want to see. So, yeah. But thank you to Chuck. I tried to ask him permission first, so, but at least I gave him credit. That's what it's about, right?
Exactly.
Also, our good buddy Adam, he messaged MEZCO. I guess he had a QC issue with his figure, and I've seen actually a couple of people say this, that they either missing parts or something's not working. We see in the group we talked about yesterday, right? Canopy, right? So if you're having any QC issues, he was very proactive, jumped on it. They answered him within 24 hours. And he said that he was having some problems, and they said that if he wanted a replacement, just go through the process. But then it was going to take up to 12 weeks. So just to give you a heads up, that's probably going to go through through Q4, and then it happens. Excuse me, when they're shipping all that stuff out, as well as during the holidays. So be prepared for the wait, because you know what's going to happen. Where's my stuff? Where's my stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Also, I don't know if you noticed this, but did you see what he did? It's like this format. He's like, "Hello, I received my stuff." And you know one thing that I've noticed, like I noticed like when people like when they write and they post like their emails that they send to them, they're always like, you know, formatted and they're nice, and usually people get replies back within a day or two, and then
Mm-hmm.
people that usually don't, they either fall into oblivion. I never see anybody post what they write. Have you ever noticed that?
Yeah.
Like people that have problems or
I'm sure there's a lack of decorum in that email when they
yeah,
send that. That's why they don't want to share it. Like
yeah.
perhaps
I've
blaming, cursing, and not nice things, I guess would be the best way to put it.
yeah, I've heard stories. Not good. I've seen actually one or two of them big posts in the group, and they're like, "Man, what are you doing?" Like, "F this, F," and I'm like, "Yeah, it's be a little nicer. It'll probably get you there a little bit faster than it would if you were just cursing at somebody. Obviously, he got his stuff. I emailed them. I didn't say anything. I wanted to see how long it would take. I emailed. Oh, I showed it. I emailed them yesterday and got a response the same day. And then, just for transparency's sake, I used another like a like another account, that I use for emails, and
Mm-hmm.
I just sent them something, and it was the same answer, but it was the same thing. Hey, I was just wondering, and they answered it 24 hours. So not too sure.
It's it's different when
Oh,
you are polite. I mean, I know you and I speak the same when it comes to MEZCO. You've seen my emails to them.
yeah.
Similar to,
Well,
I'm not saying you have to gush over them, but I mean, don't come out guns blazing.
yeah. I don't think it ever
Just
really helps,
you
but
know,
live and learn. Live and learn.
you know.
So show format. Show format. So the Hangout chat is going to be in effect for this episode. It's the same thing we've been doing for the last couple of days. Everybody seems to really like the format, so we just want to keep it going. We have two guests already planned for this episode. They were pre-booked anyway. Uh, the same guidelines apply. I don't really think I need to say this to these two people because they're, awesome people. But and I'm not saying not everybody is, but you got to cover your ass, right? So, same guidelines apply. We're all here to share and hear each other's, different perspectives. So, please feel free to share all honesty that you want, but please be respectful of the space and the people that are watching now and they're going to be watching later. If you can't do that, I got to remove you, and then we're just going to move on to the next person. Okay, so not trying to hammer that in or anything. All right, so trying to keep things a little bit light. So also to keep things flowing, the questions that I have for the guests, so you guys can kind of get ready, and so you're not caught off guard. It's kind of the same, but a little bit different. It's like first one is, what was your favorite Rumble reveal for the whole show? The second question is going to be, what was something that you thought you were going to see? You can see where I'm going with this, right? But you didn't. And then currently, what is your personal outlook for the future as a Mezco collector? Did you feel after these reveals were done, did you say, oh man, my interest has peaked more? It's the same, or you're just like, nah, I just don't like what they're doing right now. So those are the questions. I'll ask you, MC, really quick. What was your favorite Rumble reveal?
Mm. Gangrene Estates teaser.
The teaser?
Yeah, the little gangrene taser that we got today.
Oh yeah.
I mean, the car is obviously next level amazing, and it's easy to pick that one. So,
Yeah.
but I'm really into the Gangrene Estates future
Mm-hmm.
since I can't pick everything, and I really did enjoy all the reveals. So,
Yeah. What was something you thought you were going to see, but you didn't?
can I pass that question to Minis? I have
Nah,
the same.
yeah.
I'd have the
Yeah.
same answer as her. I think I would have liked to have seen, like a lot of people said, some Hood's characters would have been cool. At least one, like a tease for one. And um, maybe a new IP to go with Rumble Society. I know we got like the Space Cadet Gomez thing going on,
Mm-hmm.
Void Gomez, but I thought maybe we might have seen another something, maybe a skull or look back to maybe Casino or something like that, like
Mm-hmm.
everybody else was saying. So wanting like Jeffrey or um, yeah, I thought that would have been cool. But I mean, I have no complaints. It was a great reveals that we got.
Yeah. I think overall it was pretty good. I'll leave it till the end for thoughts.
Yeah.
And what's your personal outlook of the future?
Broke, broke his
Yeah.
shit. I'm really excited. They're doing some really good stuff where like taking chances. Obviously, the whole Star Wars thing that they're leaning into is huge. expanding on Nemo is exciting for Nemo collectors. The car, obviously, like wow, that's still unbelievable that they gave us that teaser.
Yeah.
So it's just the future is great. If you want to spend money, you definitely have the opportunity.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. I was like, man, like we talked about before, I know it's just kind of like it's like a parallel. And so I
Mm-hmm.
kept thinking, oh, what if they do this and they go deep into the line? So, and then the truck. God, can I bore you with some quick RoboCon facts?
Those are never boring. I like facts and stats.
Yeah, well, I worked on it for about 20 minutes. So, oh, so last year, and this is something good. So last year they kind of did the same format. They It's weird because they did show Doc Knock, the 5 points,
Mm-hmm.
and then they showed it. They showed a digital render, and then this year they showed the regular one, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they showed 5 112 figures last year, right? So they showed five. So they were
Okay.
Death Adder, Atticus, Slugfest, and Cousin Eddie. The
Wow.
sixth one was Bartholomew Vex.
Okay.
So if you go down this line, and they just, shipped out Slugfest, if you go down this line, that potentially means that we should be seeing Bartholomew Vex very soon, like very soon.
That would be great.
hmm Also, each one of these has been under a year. So
What?
I know, right? 2035.
I don't
So,
believe you.
yeah, yeah.
So,
This is going to be very nerdy. Oh, I'm sorry. You had a question?
you had some time, at least, looking at Bartholomew Vex. You think it's pretty
Yes.
close to being done with what you saw? Okay. Thank you.
What happened? Did I
Me?
say something? Did I
Yeah,
do
you said
something?
yes. You said yes when I asked you if you thought Bartholomew Vex was close to being done based
Oh,
on
I
what you saw.
didn't. I'll say yes now. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey,
I would say so. Like everything, everything looked like it was done, but I don't know if they final approved it. But I mean, it's going to be a very good offering. I would say if you're
nice.
into Atticus Doom, I would say that you're definitely going to like it. Lots of good stuff. A couple of great surprises. People are going to be, if you're into all of that, I think you'll like it a lot.
Very excited.
I am too. Very excited. So you ready for this? This is
Yes, sir.
nerdy shit, but it's almost a necessary nerdy shit. Because like I do this every year, and it's just to kind of like get some perspective on everything. Because I know a lot of times we kind of pick some of this stuff apart and try to find things that are wrong and everything like that. But I mean, truth be told, they didn't have to do this. They could have easily just thrown these slides up on their site, and they kind of got everybody involved with the prizes and the contests and everything. And so the guy that told me, we won't tell him. He said, yeah, it's cool. You can use the information.
Hmm.
I did. I gave him credit. So, but I do this every year, and the reason why I do it is to kind of like show, there's always negative and there's positive, and so at least try to show some of the positive stuff. But it's also to kind of make people aware of like the stuff that goes into these things. So, did you know that they're giving all of this stuff away, these prizes and stuff, right? I know Bubba's gonna say, "Where's my prize, though?" I haven't got my prize yet, but so they're doing all this stuff, right? So, did you know I just took the first line. I did them all, but I took the first line. So they were given 25 of each one of these figures to 25 people, right?
Okay.
So the cost of one of the figures is like $100. So right off the bat, it's $2,500 in prize money, right? I mean prizes, right?
Right.
Right. So, on day one, just day one for the first contest, the total amount that they were giving away was 8 grand, like $8,300.
Wow.
Day two, $4,350 in prizes. That comes out to $12,000, $12,650. Somebody's gonna do the math. They're like, I'm gonna fuck Paige up. The next day, like day two, the first contest, they were giving away 4 $300 gift certificates. Right? We all can
Wow.
do math. That's $1,200. And so we don't bore everybody. Total would have been for that day in prizes $5,687.96. So for these 2 days, total prize value that they were giving out. That's not including shipping. You want to take a stab at it?
Mm.
I'm multitasking, going through chat. What are you
12,
doing?
15, about
Carry
18
the 2, divide by 8.
18,000 with shipping.
Wow, this was not planned. You got it.
No,
It's
seriously, this was not planned.
not
I did.
planned at all.
What was the actual number?
$18,337.96 that they gave out in prizes.
Closest to the actual retail price without going over. Give me both showcases.
Yeah, exactly. Yep, you would have got it. CC would have probably said $1. He would have probably got you. In hopes that you went over. 18 grand, man.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah. So, yeah. But anyway, just nerd fact. Let's get on to what everybody wants to talk about.
Let's go.
Reveal 1. In the words of Stephen Morrow, we can't avoid the direction Mez is going with this line. I thought I had some good puns. He had a really good one.
Dude,
Initial thoughts on this? Go.
give me 2. Mine was blown. I did not expect to see this figure. Literally, I got this. I got the comic. Well, I got the figure. Day 1 of the con, I think, when they did the Slugfest. So I read the comic right away. I would have never guessed that we would have seen this figure show up in RumbleCon. Like my mind was blown because I thought it was. I know you haven't read the comic yet, but wow, man! Give me 2.
Yeah.
One for my kid and one so I can say I am your father.
Yeah. I'm really
Dude,
interested in seeing what this is like in the final version. Because if you look at it, this I don't know how you feel about it. Obviously you could tell that's painted, like you can see this. This is a prototype. Same thing like we talked about yesterday with the truck and everything else. This is all prototype talk, but you can tell this is like that's painted. This is probably not finished. To
Yep.
me, this looked like it was Krieg armor. So if you're not a fan of that, just keep that in mind. I mean, but it follows the character, right? Darth Vader, unless you're going through certain episodes and stuff like that, he wasn't jumping around and doing a lot of crazy stuff, was he? So,
Man.
I think it looks cool as shit.
Oh yeah,
But
dude. It's like Mez is taking up space in my head and figuring out how much money I got left in my bank accounts and stuff. He's going after everything.
yeah, they're doing. And if you thought that Vortex suit was high now, God, people are getting a comic, and then they do all of this. This is almost like what they did with the Power Rangers. Like when they put out the Green Ranger, everybody kind of knew that the set was going to come out, and then they put out the White Ranger or the Turtles. That was another one too. So
It's man, if he's just dabbling in Star Wars, I know we talked about it ad nauseum almost at this point, but geez, it's coming.
you think so?
Star Wars, yeah, eventually. I think I wouldn't be surprised if New York Comic Con or what's next, MEZCon? Is that the next go around or?
I don't know if they're gonna do Fall Con or not. At MEZCO Con, they usually do like a fall edition. So
Star Wars
one
Celebration isn't until 2025. They're skipping next year. They could sit on it for a little bit and then hit with the next Star Wars celebration to coincide.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't. I should have said this guy's name so everybody knows. But this is the 112 Collective, Alumu Rook. Alumu Rook. However you want to pronounce that.
There's so much. You correct me if I'm wrong. You haven't read the comic yet.
I have not.
Okay, we'll talk after then when you read it.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of people like, it's like it's almost like a Ahsoka episode. You need to hurry up and read it before people, because everybody wants to talk about it. And, they want to share it, and that's cool. But you're like, no, wait, just give me a second, man. I haven't done it yet.
Let Mr. Mez read the book so we don't spoil it for you. So I know you're gonna love it. I think I know you well enough that you're really gonna dig that book.
Yeah, I'll crack it open this weekend. I just haven't had time, man. And like Jimmy said, I've just seen a lot of people say, "Oh, might get it great." Oops. I thought about that too. I thought about okay, I muted it. But I thought about that too, getting some of the comics I had graded. But I did notice something about this, and I want to hear what you think about it. And then the chat as well. All of this stuff is like coming like full circle. You know how they put some of these figures out, like the Krieg and stuff like that, and everything's kind of tied in. I've noticed that it kind of goes hand in hand with how they operate, but I think this company is just a slow burn with them. I don't think that it resonates with younger people, but I think older people understand it. We're probably like the same age, and so I remember when we talked about it on the show before too. But you remember when you had to like mail something off, and it would take weeks to get there,
Yeah.
or
your Ovaltine.
Yeah, or even in the Joe group, I saw a guy. He put up every year that they were putting out 3 3/4 figures, and it wasn't that many. And so you had to actually wait to build a team up.
Yeah.
And I think now with today's day and age, because we have so much access and we're so advanced that we get this stuff very quickly, I don't think people are willing to wait. And it seems like Mezco, that's their format. They dip in a lot of nostalgia. I think that their business model and their framework, how they think of it, is that it's that same way. They want to tell stories. People don't want to like. Did you hear when Logan Paul said he walked out of Oppenheimer? He just doesn't have the attention span.
Yeah, that doesn't support that guy's attention span.
I think it's like that now. People are just so everything comes to us so quickly. Look how many like the pre-order for G.I. Joe today, and then how much we get. Like how many Joes have we gotten?
We're up to like 125 or something like that. The box numbering now.
Yeah. So everybody's so eager to like get stuff, and it's so quick. I mean, we talked about it before. I have stuff sitting on the ground. I haven't even opened yet, and then people are still like already on to the next thing. And I think that they just think, you know what? We're just gonna put stuff out. We'll put it at the pace. We'll tell stories and stuff like that, and we'll craft something. And they're really focused on, creating their own world and their own IP universe. And I was thinking about it today. I go, you know what? I think I'm good with it. That's why I like Reveltech and Bandai, because they don't put out as much stuff. So you can kind of keep up, and also you can enjoy your stuff. So
I think of it as they like plant seeds and then they sprinkle a little bit of water on it and then they pour a little bit of more water and we get a little bit more of the story as we go along. And like you said, they play the long game for sure with us. But man, this Void Commander, they came out swinging. Void Cadet, we got the mech suit and Gomez, and now we just got 2 more teased to us. It's awesome. I like it. I like their style. I do. Like I'm a product of the '80s, so grew up then. So
yeah, really nice. I was just thinking about that today with this. Even though they're pretty steady, they still kind of it is a slow burn because some of these characters, I guess it takes a while to do it. And I saw a lot of people going, "Oh no, I got rid of my stuff, and now I got to backtrack." And that stuff came out like a year within the last year or so. Yeah. I don't want to harp on that too much, but I just
Oh,
kind of noticed that. Hopefully, hopefully people who wanted that stuff can get it and get it back. I saw a guy, he was looking for a Vortex suit, and I just shook my head. I go, I don't know, man. I don't know if you're gonna find it. But anyway.
yes. Good luck. I mean, I saw somebody. I've seen a few for sale. We'll put it that way, and they were not at cost.
Yeah, and you got to pay shipping too,
Yeah,
probably.
shipping on that is not cheap. I mean, what was a box like 11 pounds or something like that? I think that's what it said.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it
So,
wasn't actually 11 pounds, but it's bigger
yeah.
packaging too.
All right. So reveal 2. Let's key in on this really quick. I thought this was a good talking point. I saw a couple people mentioning this as well. So, RumbleCon reveal 2. Keyword, right? Reveal.
Reveal.
Yeah. What do you feel constitutes a reveal, and what do you think constitutes a tease? Would you
Ooh.
say that this is a tease?
Yes.
Yeah.
To
A
me,
lot
a
of people
reveal
talking about
is
that.
the revealing. I mean, are they? I guess they're revealing a tease. I guess. I mean, it's semantics, but yeah, a reveal is like you get to me, you see the full figure. I'm not saying all the accessories and all that stuff, but you get like a full shot of what you're getting into. Like I don't know anything about this character. I assume if I were to Google them, I'd probably see kind of what they're dealing with. I don't know. Is this new just for Nemo? Do you know? Like, I'm picking on you. This is
I saw what you saw today.
no. I meant like I know you research a lot more than I do and read a lot of the source material. Is this a
Oh,
That's what I'm getting at. Like, is Crab Louie from 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea or a Nemo comic or something? I mean, do you have any insight to that?
so just off of blind memory, I don't remember seeing this character.
Okay.
But I told myself I was gonna dig through the comics because there's 2 books I thought that he could probably have like cameoed in. And I said, I'll check those this weekend, but I don't remember seeing this character. I wish I had. I have some of them over there, but there's one book I really want to check that I thought he might have been in.
Who who is the publisher for those books?
Who's the what? The publisher?
Was it DC, Marvel, Dark Horse? Do you
No,
recall?
no, it's their own stuff. They have artists, and I'm
Okay.
probably sure that's. I'm pretty sure there's probably like some smaller publication thing, but Mez
Oh, you're going
Mez
from the
gets.
original MEZCO source material. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm going by.
Okay.
I
I thought
even looked at a couple of the lunch boxes to kind of see, how they throw stuff in there,
right.
like the Nemo stuff. So I don't remember seeing it. So, what is it? Random West. I don't remember seeing him in comics with, but I don't think anyone on Facebook has found source material for him. Yeah, I don't think so either because it's a character, but I'll say it right now. So the 2 books I was gonna check, one was uh one was the Doc Nocturnal book. If you
Okay.
look at the Doc Nocturnal book, he's going through this village and there's a bunch of characters in there. They're all randomly thrown in there. They all look different. He's on the dock. So I thought about looking at it there. Nemo is really scarce. That's more of like undersea kind of stuff. And I looked through the Gangrene Estates. I didn't see that. I was just trying to look at books that had like weird different characters. So, but I really want to look at the Doc Knock book because
Okay.
there's a section in there that I think he might be in. But if not, this is the first time that we've seen this. What do we call this? A tease?
Yeah. Tease.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of
Is
people going
that a
uproar for
weird?
that.
Damn it. Sorry. Sawyer's.
Give me a thumbs up when it stops. So,
Answer the damn phone.
so let's see here. Proham said he checked all the books. I didn't see. Yeah, I would still need to look at that one and see if it does it. So, but yep, that was our second one. This was Crab Louie. What do you think? Quick thoughts for this, really quick.
I'm sorry, ask that question. Sorry, your phone was ringing again. Did you say what are
Quick
my
thoughts
thoughts
for
on
this.
this?
Yeah, quick thoughts,
I
really quick.
I think he's going to be a bad guy. I think he's going to be an adversary to Captain Nemo. I think it's very misleading. I think his face there's going to be a lot of detail in the face. I don't think that's a beard. I think he's going to have more of a crustacean style to his face, like his hand is teasing, or because I think that's why they're not showing his face, just that, like maybe part of a beard, but I think there's going to be some crazy cool details in that face that we have no idea what's going on.
Yeah. I keep thinking, I was like, is this a beard right here? And it's going to be cool. Like, you notice a lot of people are doing these different sculpts and characters. Like, we've seen animals now, sharks and tigers and all that stuff. I like that kind of stuff. It's different. I don't need to see, the same stuff every single time. But I thought it was cool. And then, so we can get guests on really quick. This was the third reveal for today, or are we calling this a tease?
Definitely a tease.
Yeah. For some reason, it doesn't want to show up. But the third one was the. Hold on a second. Let me just get rid of this. Excuse me. So the third reveal tease / tease for today, that was the Gangrene Estates. They didn't even give him a name.
Yeah. It's like a bear trap and like a spiked bat or something of some sort, like a metal. I don't know what it is. Something that's going to cause pain, I'm sure.
Yeah.
That was a really good tease, though.
Yeah. I thought to myself for a quick second, I go, is this, were they like looking at some of the message boards and comments and stuff and going, okay, you think that these are teases? Well, we'll show you what a real tease is. And then, and then they just kind of did that,
That photo.
Yeah, like they had the photo ready and they were like, oh, you got it. Okay. We'll just tease it. And then we can say it's a reveal next time. Because if you guys want to get technical about things, it's like, nah, they wouldn't do that. But I had that quick thought. I don't think they're petty like that, but part of me was like, that'd be funny if they did it.
I wouldn't say petty. I would say that they definitely will call people out. Like the whole, yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Look at that boot, though. I mean, that's.
Yeah.
What are we doing here?
It's gonna. Somebody Boba messaged me and he was like, "This is the Conan boot. It kind of looks like a Conan boot. It's gonna be cool. I'm really looking for it.
Reused bear trap, reused bat. All that stuff is reused.
Yeah.
No, this one. Wait. I love this.
Yeah. Let's queue up guests really quick. Let's get Minnie's in here and we'll get her and answer some questions. And then we'll have Boba. And if we have a little bit more time, we'll try to get a couple of other people on. So, I know I asked you, you know what? I thought this was cool. I mean, anytime we get new information and we get to see new characters up on in any kind of like capacity, I appreciate it. I don't try to like focus on the negative and wording in certain things and say something was this and not that. I don't, the fact that any company that puts up events, I appreciate it. So it was cool to see this stuff. I do wonder what if they, like they did these teases. I'm wondering how much of an impact it would have had if they switched the days. Does that make sense? Like if they did today, yesterday, and then they ended with the Rumbler. I'm wondering if, overall I thought it was great. I'm just wondering if it would have had people go, whoa, you know what I mean? There's almost like from the feedback from the community, it was like, whoa, and then it just kind of tapered down a little bit.
It was, yeah, should you save the best for last? I mean,
yeah, I mean, I thought even the reveals today were cool.
Oh yeah, I'm not disappointed in anything. I have no complaint. Like I said, and I'm not a shill by no means. I don't buy everything that MEZCO puts out. So like
Hey.
no, I'm not saying. I mean, I am. I mean, I passed on, Power Rangers. That's not my thing. I passed on. What else did you guys get? I passed on the Crow. I passed on the new Wolverine you guys got. Like I've passed on. I mean, obviously, we talk all the time, but like, but when it comes to like Rumble Society, I'm more into their IP than a lot of the licensed stuff, honestly. Right? I buy a lot of stuff too. So, but this was
better revealing than what yesterday with Hasbro did today. Yeah, I didn't even get a chance to look at everything yet with that. So we kept our guests waiting too long. So let's try to get our guests going here. I'd love to hear what they have to say about what they thought about RumbleCon. So our first guest, Halloween. Oh yeah. Oh, nice. Yeah, she's showing this. Hold on a second. Let's get her on right now. First guest, the best Halloween
Just
guest
go send
ever.
it. She's doing an exclusive reveal tonight.
Yep, there it is.
This is what I have for now.
I love it.
Prototype.
I had to make my own.
Mm-hmm. Everyone,
Hey,
please welcome Coquette Minis.
Thank you.
High five?
Nice.
No. She and I talked about high fives last night. She's like, "Don't do that shit." How you doing, Minis?
Doing okay. I can't really see anything. Everything's so tiny.
I know. I'm sorry. We can see you, and we can see the awesome display.
I finally have a MEZCO product that I can wear. So
Beautiful hoodie.
Oh, nice. I've been wearing this shirt evidently for 3 days in a row now. Whatever.
Can't see the sweat stains because it's black.
Exactly.
I kept trying to angle this right, but I can't tell.
It looks good. We can see everything on the thing. It's smaller, but on ours, it has. You can see your sweater and probably a little bit higher up. You're good. So we need to pick your brain really quick. You heard the questions, right?
Yes.
Okay. So do you want to pick one that you? I almost feel bad about asking you the second one because
Well, I think we all know the second answer.
Yeah.
But the first one, my
favorite reveal for the show.
My favorite reveal was definitely the Red Eye Knight.
Nice.
That's very cool. And all black. As you know, I'm all black everything. It's really cool. And I also really liked, even though we had seen it before, the Doc 5 points. So we're all hoping we're gonna be able to cram 112 Doc into that card. I didn't want to get any more 5 points because there's too much stuff here. And so I was kind of like letting 5 points go. Like I had the monster ordered, but I had to cancel that because there's just I've never been able to put the whole Batman thing together. So
the cave and everything
kind of live up there.
Yeah. Did you? So what did you think about that with the reveals? You know how things were labeled reveals and something was shown from the year prior.
Yeah.
Did you feel like that was like that slot got taken up?
I can't tell if I'm coming through on my AirPods or not.
We can hear you.
Okay, it's not coming through my AirPods. I don't know what I did.
You're good.
To get that to work.
Sound perfect.
So now I can hear you better because nothing was coming through in my ears.
It's happened to me many times.
Yeah. So what was the question? I'm sorry.
So you know how they showed the reveal for Doc Knock like right first, and then we saw it the year previous. Did you feel like that was a slot that got taken up, or how do you feel about that?
I mean, I like all of it, and it's something I like, so it makes me happy. Sure, you can get technical, but I mean, a lot of times we get teases like we did at the end, and we just see part of a figure, and then we go on and we get like a fuller reveal, and then we see it at like a con, like an actual prototype figure. So I mean, those stages are nothing new if you've been around with Mezco. So that it took up a slot, I mean, what do people want, you know? Everybody wants everything right now.
Yeah.
I'm like Tangerine. I've been like dying for her for a couple of years now. But I mean, I'm not gonna let it sit there and create drama for myself, thinking, oh my gosh, you know. But yeah, I really like Doc Knock and the 5 points. I'm a little mad about it because I was trying not to get the 5 point stock, and now I feel like I might need to get that. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. But yeah, that's what I think about that. I think it was fine. It was fine. It's nice to see it.
What about you, MC? Do you have questions? Or?
Speaking of cons, have you ever gone to any cons? I know that you
No.
you got a really cool collection, and I don't know if you go to specific cons or just cons in general. Do you partake in any of those?
No, I'm basically a hermit.
Nothing wrong
And
with
at this stage in life, I'm not going to be able to be going to a con. I just have some physical limitations that make going to a con, you know, standing around and all those people and in line, it just makes it difficult. In my younger days, I would have gone, but I wasn't into all this when I was young. But now at nearly 58, and with my health issues, the way they are, the physical issues, I never know how it's going to go day to day. So like, I don't usually commit to things in the future because I don't know what my body's going to do that day. And if people are counting on me, and so like trips, we try to make trips now like where they're casual and relaxed, so that, you know, but it like going to a con, you would have to like be on the go and standing in line and all that. So when the pandemic hit, this is when I got really into cons because I was never able to go, and I had previously seen Designer Con because I noticed the Pink Skull Chaos Club, right?
Yeah.
I was like, what is this Designer Con? I mean, I didn't even know. I mean, I knew about Comic Con and like Star Trek conventions, you know, and that sort of thing, but I really didn't know about all these cons. And so I'm like really happy that everybody started doing cons online, especially Mezco. And I'm so grateful that they still do them online because I would never get to go. And I like that they do the reveals online and they include people like myself that would never be able to go to a con at this point. So I really like it. Yeah. And my collection before this was just kind of random. I've always liked toys, and it started when I was like in college. There was like a Japanese little store really close to where I lived on campus. I had I still have the Godzillas that I got from there and stuff like that. So I would just pick up random toys because I'm like, oh my gosh, look how cool these are. And so I've always collected here and there, and so I've never been to a con. And then like, you know, I discovered Mezco, and that's just like blown my mind, and I'm all in it now.
Well, that was the next question. It was your thoughts on the future, because I know we've talked a couple of times. Hopefully, I'm not bringing something else out, but like on the show, and then you and I have talked about in messages too, that there is just so much. And you've talked about in the conversation just now how you've like pared down some stuff and you're more selective. Like with the reveals that they show, how does that put your collector mindset? Are you like, oh crap,
I didn't
there's too
hear
much
you
stuff?
because my AirPods just decided to connect.
It's probably better because I probably need to cut the question down because it was so long.
I'm so sorry.
How do you feel? No. It was intervention to say, Paige, cut it shorter. How do you feel about the future with Mezco? Are you worried that it's going to drag you farther in, or are you at the stuff that they showed?
Well, it's the reason why I'm so chomping at the bit for Tangerine. I'm gonna be 58, and I'm looking around at everything. Everything has to stay in this room because my two cats and everything. I won't let it out of this room. I don't trust it. My dolls especially are extremely expensive, and then Mezco is not cheap, so there's no way I'm letting them out and about, and it's just not going to go with the house. so so everything stays here, and I have run out of room over a year ago, and I keep trying to squirrel things away and play that little shuffling around game. So I've had to become extremely picky, and I think you all know that I started throwing away Mezco boxes. I was collecting them all. Yeah, and I'm sitting here looking at a pile of flattened Mezco boxes, but I'm at the point where I might even throw all that out because I want more stuff, and I have all these bins, and when I started collecting, I already had hobbies before I started collecting Mezco again, and really got into the dolls because the dolls drew me in with Blythe. I had seen her like in 2000 in a book and never knew where I could get this doll. And when I was on Instagram, an artist I know, she had them, and that I found this community and I found them. And so I bought a doll like a couple of years ago. And prior to that, I had other interests that I was doing, artistically. And so this room was geared to all that. I still have all those supplies, but I have no time to do them. And I want to use the space more for all the stuff I'm collecting with the figures and the dolls, because it wraps up all my hobbies into one. With the photography, I would love to have time to create some miniatures, and I love dressing the dolls. I love setting up photos, and I just want to focus on that. So I have to make room. And so now I have to be very picky. And I love every figure I've purchased from Mezco. I love them. But there are some that I prefer more than others. And the only one that I was like, yeah, I didn't need that was Krieg 13. And I got that because of the con box and the cog, which I didn't really benefit from because everything that had a code was nothing I was interested in. But that's the only figure, but I still won't get rid of them because I figure like at some point I'm going to figure out what to do with this guy. But it gives me pause. And so for the future, like this year, I was telling you, Paige, like it's very light for me. Like at this point, I'm waiting on Gotham by Gaslight Batman and Morbius, and then Solomon Kane's is going to be coming in his way here. Yeah. But I think all I've ordered was Theodore Sodcutter, and I can't remember if that was like last year or this year, but it was like near the end. But I ended up getting two. Like I bought one, got another one, and I did the same thing with Vaporoni, and I feel like that, and then I did new was Void. I really love this guy. I really love him. I got him, and I don't think I've ordered anything else. Nothing. It's been a lot of licensed products. I'm not really into those. So last year I had a blast. It was very heavily focused on their IP, and I really enjoyed that. But I am looking forward to hopefully a lot more Gangrene coming out. And I like horror and monsters and stuff. So even though I make them all good guys, but I really love them. And so I'm really looking forward to that because they were all like, it's a whole new line, whatever. So I expect many characters for that. And with this whole Red Eye Night and everything that's happening, and them having the Indiana Jones license, I'm thinking, like you all, that Star Wars is coming. And if that happens, What I really want is a Chewy. That's like my favorite. And
Oh,
I bought one. I have one Chewy, and he was the best one I could find, but he's not like how I really want him. And I would think Mezco would do a really awesome Chewy, but I don't know if they'll make that figure. You never know with them. Beyond
Yeah,
that, Darth Vader is what I would go for.
yeah,
Um, and then at some point, there has to be more females, and I'm just hoping that
yeah.
like
I
as soon
think
as
it's to
they
get
start
everything ready.
rolling,
Yeah,
that we'll see a lot of female members because at this point there is not a single Rumble Society female, and I'm all about Rumble Society, and there's got to be some in there.
I think they're coming. I think instead of hearing the customer base, complain about the older bodies and then it not fitting whatever the character design is, like Catwoman being flexible and stuff like that. I think that what I saw at SDCC, they put a lot of thought and engineering into it. And I think that they want to have a good base so they can work it in through not only through their own IP, but through their licensed stuff too, and not have to hear so much of the constructive criticism about it.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, I have the Catwoman in purple, and I have the Suicide Harley Quinn, I guess.
mhm.
Um, they're not my favorite like characters, but they were females, and it was on eBay, like kind of, like under retail almost. I got them for when I purchased them, so I did get them, but That's it for females from Mexico.
Yeah, I think they're
And
working towards it. I think
yeah,
they're working
I
towards
know they are. I know they are. I just don't want to. I don't want to look like the lady in Titanic when they come
it. No, no, no. I think hopefully soon. Hopefully soon.
Yeah.
Uh, so minis, I'm happy that you came on. I still wish, personally that they would have announced that, but I know it just adds a little bit more, and you're gonna be really excited when they do. So
Yeah. I really
yeah.
feel she's going to be one of those drops out of the blue. Like, hello, I hope they do stop motion for her. I would love that. So that
Oh
takes time.
yeah,
That
yep.
takes time.
yeah.
So I really hope they do. And I really hope that it's taking a while because they also have like outfit changes for her because she really
Hmm.
needs all the outfits. And I don't mind getting multiple versions from her, but she needs a little fashion that comes
Fashion.
with her.
Yeah. Well,
And
the good.
I like her because she's a female, but I really like her character because I'm really into that like 007 secret
Hmm.
agent woman kind of character. Plus, it's like she's all mod, like mid-century modern. I totally love that style of decor and architecture. So it's
Hmm.
like and then Foxy Brown. I mean, it's so many boxes are checked with her, which is why
Yeah.
I am obsessed. I'm obsessed. So
Well, the good news about all of this, right? She'll be Rumble Society,
yeah,
and they always have a pattern of making multiple versions. So
yeah,
Hmm.
you're gonna get at least two, right? So
definitely.
that's a good thing, right? So,
Yeah, yeah.
all right, Mace, we're gonna try to get Boba on here. Is he queued up?
Yay!
Yeah. Hey, MC, is he queued up or?
Uh,
Do I have
I
to
know he has
exit?
the.
No, I was gonna say thank you so much for coming on. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for
Hopefully, I
having
can.
me.
No
Thanks,
worries, no
Vinny.
worries.
No high fives per your
No,
request.
no, no, no. Minis is no high fives. Thank
That's
you,
why I said
Minis,
no
for
high
coming on.
fives. No high five, and I'm not being rude. I'm just
Yeah,
respecting her wishes.
yeah. All right, man. You take care. It was good seeing you. Okay.
Okay. Nice
All
seeing
right.
you both.
All
Bye.
right.
Nice meeting
Bye.
you. Officially, like
Yes.
online.
Yes.
Bye. So I wanted to go through. There was a quick one that I starred, and this was a really good point before we put Boba on. So I feel like they're doing it purposely to. Was in regards to the reveals, like digital, and then showing it in physical form, and then doing that. 3D computer modeling, SDCC reveal, and instant reveal. Next would be a pre-order, I would assume. Yeah, I mean, I think I I understand that. I think a lot of people like to just see stuff, and as soon as they show it, they want it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Digital renders are cool. I think people are catching up with that now. They understand digital renders are digital renders. Before they were just like, what's this? Now people are getting a little bit more accustomed to seeing it. But I still think that element of seeing something physical, when somebody sees that, they go, oh, that's going up soon, or it's done, it's ready. You know, there's not a lot, but makes a
I
good
know we're
point.
comparing apples and oranges with Hasbro and Mezco, but if you follow any of like Hasbro's live streams, they show their reveals, then they show the digital renders. Like these won't be up for pre-order today, but will be coming at a later. They show the digital render, like you were saying. Then they give us like the little prototype, and then boom, next show. However long it is, here's your pre-order. Here's your fully painted, fully realized figure up for pre-order, releasing in X amount of time. And of course, that's again apples and oranges, where they have a lot of. I know there's a lot of reuse with Mezco parts as far as joints and stuff and bodies, but the soft goods are not reused at all. Very, very rare. You're not going to find that cadet suit on, anybody. So.
Yeah, I've heard according to that comic, man, it's going to be on lot. So.
Oh yeah, I hope so. That would be awesome if they gave us.
All right, so
guys.
Yeah, so we got Boba ready. Got Boba ready, lined up. Thank you for doing that, and we'll bring him in. Our favorite diorama maker, community member, Mr. Boba Chuck. How you doing, sir?
Bonus reveal.
Mm-hmm.
What's up,
How you
guys?
doing?
Good,
bud?
brother. How you doing?
Good.
Long time, bro.
Yeah, man, it's been a while.
When are you coming back south?
Oh man, I want to go there permanently. You kidding me?
We'll take you.
You had a good time while he was here.
Yeah, that was good stuff, man. That was great.
A house for sale down the road from me.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Send me a link.
All right, I will.
Definitely, for sure.
You want to come St. Pete?
I'm going to borrow your toys, though. I'm going to borrow your toys if I move there.
Send Sawyer over to play dioramas.
Right. I need an assistant.
Yeah. Put him to work.
Sawyer saying he'll and that'd be funny because he's learning from him and he starts selling his own dioramas and stuff.
He'll be my competition.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not getting a paper route. I'm going to sell dioramas.
Yeah, exactly. He'll be the coolest kid on the block, man.
Yeah.
So, Boba, what did you think about the con in general, the RumbleCon? Like, what was your favorite part of RumbleCon this year, if you had one?
I mean, obviously the vehicle is friggin' mind blowing, but I gotta say the Louis Crab guy was pretty cool. I mean, I didn't get to see his face, obviously, but I just love anything aquatic, I love all that stuff. So BC Dial say.
Yeah, BC. Yeah, I saw that logo change, man. That was cool, man.
Yeah, I'm playing around with some ideas, We'll see. I don't know if I could really use the word Boba. It's probably owned by George Lucas or Disney at this point. So.
Oh yeah, and he's taking control of that stuff back over again, right?
Yeah, so I don't want to mess with that.
Yeah. Is there something that we'll switch this up? Is there something that, as far as RumbleCon wise, this year that you would like to see them do better next year? Was there something like they can improve on?
I'll be honest, man. I think this one was probably their best one. I think they are improving on many levels, not only with the con, but just their figures in general. I mean, if you look at some of the older figures, the amount of accessories and hands they came with, compared to now, it's like night and day. I don't know. How could they improve it? I mean, I think the games, the contests are fun. I'll be honest with you, man. I don't really know. You know what? This is one thing I will say. I was a little bummed that we didn't get to see the faces of like the Crab Louie or the new Gangrene. That like you guys were talking earlier. That's more like a tease, So I guess if I had to pick something, if I had to nitpick, I guess I'll say that show the whole figure when you reveal. That's what I would say. Yeah.
What did you think about the exclusive for this year?
The big what?
the exclusive for this year, what'd you think? Like with Slugfest, was that
Oh,
something that
so
you're
yeah,
into?
I'll be honest, man. Ever since we've been hearing about him coming, and we saw that picture of him last year, I was almost positive he was going to be on the Bluto Buck. You know, and there's nothing wrong with the Bluto Buck. I think it's you know, his presence alone is what, you know, is demanding and commanding, whatever you want to call it. You know, big guys aren't usually very articulated even in real life. You know, so I didn't mind that, but that was pretty cool. The head sculpt, I kind of wish there was a little bit more of like a face, but I gotta say it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. His gauntlets, man, those things are sick.
Yeah,
Those were badass for sure.
Yeah, I'm interested. People said that they were spring loaded. I'm curious to see what they meant by that and what we're gonna get. I mean, did you see that? They were saying there was like springs and shocks in them, and
really, I didn't know that.
Let me pull it up. I think what they mean as far as like the sculpt work. I don't have it in hand, and I didn't ask who was it. There was a couple of them, like Agent Gomez. I didn't ask them like specifics. You know?
Yeah, I think that one hand that has those grinding wheels. I think that is that battery operated and does it move? I could have sworn I heard something like that.
that'd be cool.
Yeah,
I think there was something. Unless you could just spin them, maybe it's just by hand. I don't know, but that would be cool.
Yeah.
What did you think about accessory wise? That was something else I saw a lot of people bring up, was the fact that they felt it was a little light. Did you feel like that was adequate to the character? Or did you want to see more?
Yeah, I mean the price point was pretty good, you know, so I wasn't expecting a lot, but yeah, I mean as far as accessories, I'm like CC, man. The more the better. But I think what he does come with is cool. That's a thing though, you know. That to me, definitely. I love that little moonshine bottle for sure.
Yeah. So is
Without
that what
a
you're
doubt.
talking about right there? This part?
You talking to me?
Yeah. Can you guys see that or no?
Yeah, I think those little. I heard somewhere that those wheels turn or move or little grinding wheels. But what MC was talking about, I hadn't heard that. That sounds pretty cool though.
Yeah, these. I think I don't know if it's showing up on you, but it's zoomed in. But those springs and stuff.
Yeah,
Is
yeah,
that
there you
showing?
go.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's just sculpt. If I had to guess. But hey, you never know. Would be awesome.
Yeah. When I saw this, I don't know. I'm kind of, when I see characters like this, and they don't need to have Spider-Man,
No,
you know,
exactly.
design for me. And he's a brawler. He's supposed to be a big brute, and I get it. And it didn't bother me. I mean, this is the way he looked, so I don't think he needs to like do that.
Yeah, I heard some people say they just wish like his legs were longer and not so stubby. But I think that kind of adds to the, you know, his whole lug nut thing, you know, the whole big tough guy thing. I think it adds to that, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, how big do you want?
Yeah,
He's gonna
exactly.
have a as it is. Like how
Yeah, you got
big?
the mech suit. You got the mech suit already, so
Yeah, you know, everybody wants like things that are bigger and better, and I've been talking about this for a long time. You would have this articulation if you put this guy on a seamless body. You guys,
this is true.
if people want it, it'll be right there, and then you can all those. You know, I know you guys look at this stuff and think the same thing too. Like when somebody talks about articulation and stuff, I always look at the body, like what it looks like. And this one guy, when I was at the booth at SDCC, he said something about Bluto, and he was kind of a bigger guy. He wasn't muscular, but he's like, the guy can't even touch his shoulders. I was like, hey, do me a favor. I was like, can you touch your shoulders? And he couldn't do it. And I was like, it's the same concept. You have to take in consideration, you know, what the design of the character looks like and what it can do, you know, what can he physically do. And then like this, I heard a lot of people say stuff, and if he has his gauntlet there, are you really going to be able to touch your shoulder with that? It's going to impede. So I look at that.
I mean, like bodybuilders in real life, they don't, you know, they have such a big like wingspan that they can't barely, you know, touch their arms to their sides or anything, you know. So I listen. As far as I'm concerned, it's more for looks, you know, kind of like Darkseid and Thanos. It was more of a commanding presence on the shelf more than anything else, you know.
Yeah. And
My
I don't
opinion,
think this
anyway.
was a
Everybody's,
surprise.
you know, everybody teaches his own, obviously, but
Yeah. But like you said, I don't think this was a surprise. I mean, we all knew what the design was going to be. So
I will say
it
this though:
seemed
when I first saw his hands, I almost thought his fingers were going to be articulated. I don't know why, but I just had a feeling. That,
oh,
you know,
yeah.
because they're thick and like chunky.
Of my stepdad, I think it's great.
What was that?
He said somebody commented Slugfest feature. His legs are like his stepdad. So, so, and this is a really good question for you, Boba, because you've also said that you've kind of been cutting back and being more selective as well. Like when you see all of these releases, how do you feel about it? Are you feeling like, oh, it's pulling me back in, or is it just the same? You're going to be more selective, or have you kind of like is it lost interest in the line?
Oh, definitely no lost interest. I mean, but I am just being more selective just because of, I have a stepdaughter in college this year and everything else that's going on, looking to move and a bunch of stuff like that. But I think if I had every single Rumble Society figure, this guy here would definitely have to be a must for sure. So if I did have all of them, I would definitely be getting them. But yeah, I'm just, I kind of know what I really, really love. It's the things that I stick with, and I keep taking pictures of them. I'm sure you guys know these Nosferatu and Conan and Punisher. It's just a pretty revolving door. But yeah, I think being selective is smart, space-wise too, and I could always get something back if I wanted it. That's the way I'm kind of looking at it.
Yeah. You have a very good method too. Like you shoot your shots, and then I've seen you sell back into the group. So it's like it's almost like you're getting what you need out of them.
Yeah. And again, like I said, if I ever need it, or if I build another diorama that I want, a certain character to model it, I'll just get it again, and that's it. But again, there are some characters I just can't let go. I won't let go of Death Dealer. I mean, I let go of my triple that I had, because of space again. But for the most part, I'm going to keep those guys.
So your wallet is safe or it's threatened?
My wallet's pretty safe right now. That's a good thing,
Yeah.
But I will say one thing. One thing that I'm thinking about is those turtles, man. I'm almost, we've talked about this. I'm not a turtle collector. I never was. I used to watch the cartoon and the movies when I was younger, but I just never collected. But the more and more I'm looking at those pictures, man, I'm almost regretting them, man, not getting it.
Yeah. It's oof.
When you move down here, you can play with him with Sawyer. You're welcome to come on over.
I'll be honest.
He'll let you be like.
I'm gonna borrow them so that
like,
I can make a sewer with it. For sure.
Yeah, down with that. I guarantee.
Yeah, that'd be cool, man. That'd be awesome.
All right, well, we're gonna try to squeeze one more person in, maybe two. We'll see how it goes. But I wanted to try to get Sonova, and I know Pablo was in here too. So
get Sonova in there. He's been doing some killer shots lately.
Yeah, he has. I had him on the list. I just need to make sure I confirmed him first. But let's do Sonova real quick, and then I don't know if you're still in here, Pablo. But if you are, tap in and say I'm here, and then we'll make arrangements with you. So, Boba. I mean to go over you and say that I was going to put somebody else in there, but
brothers, thank you so much for having me again, man. I appreciate it.
Appreciate you. I'll send you some links, Boba, for sure.
Send me some links. Well, if you got an extra bedroom for a few months,
All right, well, thank you, man, for coming.
Later, guys.
See you, buddy.
All right. So I didn't see Pablo, so ask Sonova if he wants to come in, and then
I sent
Pablo's here too.
Yeah, I sent Sonova a link.
Yeah, and then send one to Pablo really quick. This is a little bit on the fly, so I'm trying to figure out a way to kind of get people kind of lined up. So if someone doesn't answer, then we'll throw Pablo in real quick. I know we've been asking the guests, but chat-wise, how did you guys feel about RumbleCon? Were you guys cool with it? Is there stuff that you wanted to see that he said tap-in? That's a classic. I need to do that again. Tap-ins.
Tap-ins were cool.
Yeah, I'm restructuring everything now for the beginning of the next year.
Okay.
And all the things that we talked about with the prizes and everything else like that, all that stuff will kick off on January 1st. I'll start. The format is almost done, and that way it can be put into the shows and it'll be more consistent. We'll have boards. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We'll have boards, like leaderboards and stuff like that, to show you how many entries you have. And then I want to try to do it every month. We'll just kind of see how it goes. There'll be photo contests and stuff like that. But then also at the end of the year, we're going to try to do it this year. We'll see how it goes. But at the end of next year, there's going to be a big show. And then just like we did in the group, we'll put all the prizes that's accumulated throughout the year. That'll be at the end. But we got our guest here.
This is a guy that's on fire right now.
It's
Literally.
the man, son of a flower. How you doing, sir?
Photography.
Oh, pleasure to meet you guys.
I'm
Hello,
excited
hello.
to meet this guy.
Good to meet you.
Thank you.
How you been?
I am good. I am good. Excited to be here, and I thank you guys for so much positive energy.
Man, I have to tell you this, man. I appreciate the motivation. I know I tell you in the post and stuff like that too. On Mondays, he's the first one. First one that gets it out, and I'm like, damn, I was like, I gotta get this thing out, but I can't. But
Wow.
and then that and the album covers and just everything that you've been doing in the group, I really appreciate it, man, because it's cool to come in and see pictures and people being creative. So thank you, man. I really appreciate it, man.
Oh man, it really means a lot. Do I just have time? It's like 1 minute to say.
Yeah,
something?
the floor is yours, bro.
And everybody's been saying, how do you get the time to do so much? And I'm actually like recovering from back surgery, so I had a lot of time on my hand. And you can type it in. Thank you guys, but I'm glad you're doing this so I can verbally tell you guys. And I wish CC was here, but you guys pretty much helped me mentally through my recovery. When you're laying on your back looking at the ceiling, your mind goes. So I want to thank you guys for getting me through mentally.
Wow,
and helping
I
with
didn't
my
know that.
recovery so far. Yeah.
What happened? What happened? If you don't mind asking, is it?
Few discs. I'm a driver, and a lot of times I just jump out the truck and throw cares to the leave it to the universe. And years of jumping out of that truck took a toll on my back and my knees. But I'm just glad I'm feeling somewhat better. And I thank you guys for the positive energy and huge supporters, and thank you because you guys helped again mentally through that recovery. Just seeing like, man, positivity. So thank you guys.
Wow, that's amazing, man. Like that. Wow, everybody has stories, man. Wow, man. I relate to this because some people probably know this here, but then MC knows and CC knows. My girl, I came home one day and she was on the floor, crawling to the bathroom. And I just thought maybe, like you said, she just kind of just slipped something or did it, and then she had to have surgery. And so I saw the pain. Yeah, man, I saw the pain. And she did the same thing, like you said. She just sat there and she was hurt. You could just see it was in her head because you can't do the things that you do. So I mean, if that helped you, man, I felt like you were giving us more than that. I didn't even know about that. So wow, man, that's powerful, bro. Thank you, man.
No problem. Thank you.
Sorry, I missed part of that. I froze up, so I'll watch. I don't. If I'll catch him.
It's an amazing story, man. He hurt his back and he was laid up for a while, and then his outlet was the group and taking pictures and.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and I didn't know any of that.
No. Well, that's that's amazing, and just like your pictures are awesome, dude. Like I look forward to your shots all the time. Like you find so much detail in everything. It's just we talk like obviously Paige and Cory and I have a chat that we have, but we talk about you all the time and like, holy shit, look at this guy. He's on fire again.
Oh my goodness.
torching the message board. Like, it's just, thank you, sir. Like, I got to get back to shooting. You inspire me. Like, wow.
Oh man, I feel like I'm not, too good at anything. I just do it again. It feels good to put it out there, and I just enjoy the community that you guys have made for us, and I just can't thank you guys enough. I really, it really means a lot.
I'm telling you, like, it's almost like like Paige and Cory, they've been more active with photography lately, but they're like, son of a bitch, he found another good one.
You type in the message. I'm like, dude, he did it again, man. He beat me again. Man. I was like, it's not a competition, but it's motivation. I'm like, I tell myself all the time, I'm like, I wanna put one up in the morning, just to kind of get it out there. And then as soon as I get on, I get up and I'm like, he did it again, man. I'm like, geez. And he locked and loaded the last 2 weeks. He put 3 out, and I'm like, man, I was like, geez, but it's good. It's nothing. It's not competition, but it's motivating. I'm like,
it's healthy motivation for sure, and it's just that Constantine lighter. And can I share the story about the lighter, Paige, that you have?
Yeah.
So, like, the lighter that you took, Paige's dog ate it. So
yeah.
So it was like literally a burn to pay. Like, that's a bad pun with a lighter, but like it was. That's, man, so much good shots. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
We should thank you more, man. So, and thank you for sharing that, man. That's what this show is about, like hearing these kinds of stories and making connections and stuff. So I do thank you so much. That means a lot.
Like I told MC, we talk about, you talk about the toys on here, but I always tell them, like, you leave with some substance after the show. Sometimes I got to sit back and think, like, man, what am I doing? But,
Yeah. So what did you think about, would you give us your quick thoughts about the RumbleCon? Did you enjoy it? What stuck out to you?
This, to me, was my favorite out of, RumbleCons probably last 5, I say, years. Or is it 4 years? But this was my favorite by far. I loved all the games. I loved all the reveals. I loved the exclusive, so it was a 10 out of 10 for me.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Did you have a favorite for this year?
Yes. And even though we didn't get to see much, I'm pretty excited for that Gangrene estate.
Yeah.
I'm with you, dude.
Yeah, I'm a horror buff.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I and the reason why I asked this, I hope people don't think I'm trying to be negative, but it's to kind of just have balance with the show and hear different perspectives. But was there something this year that you wish that you could have saw, or something that they could have improved on as far as the show?
Wish I would have seen some, like, more, I guess, imagination, and I wanted to see more Krieg. And not just like I wanted to see, like, some classes. Explosive expert or scouter or sniper Krieg. I wanted to see some classes with the Krieg line. And I know they said they're all in one army in itself, but I want to see some variations of those.
I like it.
Yeah. There's not a lot of people that are I like them, and I get banged on for it. So it's cool to know that there's somebody else that likes them. They're just unique. And like you said, I keep looking at it from a different perspective, like farther on, like maybe they'll have classes and maybe even they'll do maybe this is kind of like a Clone Wars thing, and maybe they can upgrade the suits. So the things that people did flag and identify that would make it better, maybe that's an upgraded class and they can be revisited, maybe different heads. I looked at it just like as a base offering, and maybe they can do it, especially now that they have this void stuff and they're just kind of pushing that. It seems like maybe that's a chance to revisit it. So
yeah,
I like that.
So is your wallet scared?
Yes and no, but I'm practicing don't buy right away and look at the pictures and the accessories that come with them, and I'm replaying CeCe's monologue in my head, that FOMO, man. It's like if I don't use it or play with it, I don't want to buy it, and leave that for somebody else. It's just I took a spot that somebody else probably could have taken.
Yeah. Man, that's so cool. And your story, man, like I said, wow, it's amazing to hear how something a lot of people may take for granted actually helps them heal and put them in a better mind space. So
It's awesome.
Yes.
I'm blown away with it. It was man, I'm gonna talk to you after the show. You know, so if you get time a little bit later, I'm gonna send you a message. I'm gonna try to get Pablo on here real quick because we ran over a little bit, but dude, I can't thank you enough for coming on. I really can't, man.
Oh
It's,
man, it's a
I
pleasure.
wanna-
It's a pleasure.
I want to fire the CC question at him because I like that. First
Mhm.
MEZCO and why?
Was
What?
Space Ghost? Space Ghost was my
Oh,
first
yeah.
112. I'm
That's-
like 112. You're talking about 112.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So Space Ghost was definitely my first 112 MEZCO, and I'm not old enough to catch the original series, but I was familiar with the Space Ghost Coast to Coast. I'm like, oh man, I got to figure this guy. So yeah, it's my by far favorite MEZCO 112. And
Really?
my first, yeah.
Still like
Nostalgia.
it. That's awesome.
Yes.
Love
Was
it.
it the regular version or the glow in the dark version?
Oh, it was the regular
Yeah, good.
version.
Yeah, good.
Yes.
Did you get the desk too? You did get the desk?
I have the desk.
Yeah,
I have the
yeah,
desk. You know.
You have
I
it
think
set up
everybody did.
or still in the box? Like, are you a displayer or
I'm going through all these boxes that I have some time now, so that's why I've been shooting them out. And when I get to it, oh man, I hope I do it justice.
Oh, you will, man. Are you
Yeah.
kidding me? You bring out the details and the art that is MEZCO. So
I know
Right.
Minnie's and I know Boba's IG, but there was a couple of people that asked for yours. If you don't mind, would you mind typing in the comments so everybody knows where they can find you? And I'll make
Oh,
sure I
wow.
put it in the description box as well. That way people can link up and see your work.
Oh wow, thank you. I appreciate you guys, and you guys enjoy the rest of your night.
Yeah, man, I appreciate you, man. Thank you so
Nice
much
talking.
for coming on, bro. Thank you,
No
man.
problem.
All right, take care, bro.
You as well.
high five.
Guys.
Oh, yeah. He's like, nah, I ain't doing that. Oh, there you go. Nice.
There we go.
Let me see you doing. All right, Pablo. Thank you for being patient, Pablo. I'm gonna have you on here in a second. Wow, that was amazing. Man.
What a
So
guy.
yeah, really good guy. It's just been cool to have great guests, man. He really has, and hear different stories. So and so the last guest that we'll have tonight, I've seen this gentleman's work. I'm pretty sure everybody's seen this gentleman's work. Very, you know what? While I'm doing this, I want to pull you on PL Toy Box, and what we're doing. How you doing, sir?
Pretty good. Yourselves, fellas?
Doing
Hey.
well. While we're talking, I want to pull up your Instagram
All right.
so we can get. How are you doing? Welcome to the show.
Pretty good. Still shooting that cadet. I have like 3 more shots I have planned for tonight, and then
What?
I already did a shot for MEZCO Monday with the cadet, and I don't remember what set that grub with the red shirt. I think it's the holiday set.
The sweater.
It came with a little grub with the little red sweater.
Mm-hmm.
So I took one of the astronaut domes from a Lego minifigure, and it actually fits over
No
the
way.
little. I mean, you can't seal it completely because of the antenna, but it works, and it actually works pretty good on the stinkles because I have a shot planned for the stinkles also.
That's cool.
So I have that shot for the MEZCO Monday.
Wow, man.
Personal question.
Yeah.
What kind of camera do you use?
Currently, I have a Nikon Z5 mirrorless.
Like
Oh,
it.
nice. Yeah,
Very nice.
that's a good camera.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love that camera. Ever since I switched to that mirrorless, I haven't been able to go back.
Mm. Pablo, you, like I said before, you've had amazing work. You know, one that really sticks out to me is I've always been a fan of behind the scenes shots, and you do a very good job of how do I say this? Revealing what you do, but then also leaving it open for the person to like figure out things themselves. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so, man, but these shots, dude, I saw this one. I think did I put this up yesterday too? CC? I mean, MC?
I
I think I put this one up.
I think you did.
No, I think you put the other one up. I think you
Is there
wanted to
one
put this one.
I have to see.
There was one that you said you wanted to put up, but you couldn't. I think you put the one I shot before that.
This one, or was it this one?
I think it's that one right there.
Yeah,
I think
that
that's
one.
the one.
Yep.
That's the one that's the one I
Yep.
saw.
He's
So
already good, man. The colors, wow, man.
like how he's
And
just
you, huh?
like I don't know. He's just like looking off before he's getting to me, like my interpretation. He's looking off before he's getting ready to launch into his next mission or something. You know, like that's what I like to do. Like try to make my own story on other people's photos. You know, like what they're.
No, and that's what I like to do. I like to get people to, make their own stories of what they, what they can come up
I
with.
love this shot.
Thank you.
That's
Was
was that from Mythic Legions? The or I guess what the Krampus, the basket from Krampus.
Yes, it's the
Okay.
basket from Krampus. It's from the first
Nice.
Krampus figure. Yeah.
Nice. Love it.
Man. So, because you shoot in such a high volume, is it just because of experience, or do you have a process that kind of
It's
allows you to
both.
put out that many?
It's both. So I do graphic design and photography.
Mhm.
I focus more on product photography, especially toys. Like recently, I got contracted by Lone Concadet, so I did all the product shots for the new Plunder Strongs and Longs.
Okay.
Mhm.
So my images are going to be in the back of the boxes.
Oh wow.
So
Wow!
I'm excited for that.
Congratulations,
Thank you.
man.
I'm super
Congratulations.
excited for that project. Those were fun to shoot. But I do a lot of work from home. So I do all my work from home, and I'm a stay-at-home dad. So that kind of gives me more time. So I'm
Mhm.
constantly shooting throughout the day. Like there's some days where I don't stop. Like I'll do maybe 30, 40 shots of different lines. And I'll have that ready just to post. But I'm just constantly thinking of stuff as I'm shooting. And then I get a lot of my inspiration from Frank Frazetta paintings.
Okay.
So a lot of
yes,
my
sir.
inspiration comes from that. So there's like a lot of shots that I've done that kind of represents some of the paintings, but with my twist in it.
Mhm.
But yeah, that's where a lot of my inspiration comes from.
Do you make a lot of your own props and stuff, or
So all the props and dials I've made myself.
that? Wow, Jesus Christ, dude, where do you find time?
And like right now, I'm currently working on 4 different dials.
You sleep?
I don't know what that is.
You said you're a stay-at-home dad too. I know what it's like just being like a working dad. You know, like I'm not saying you're not working, but
No, yeah, no, I get it. Yeah,
occupies so much of my time. I can't imagine.
I
That being
rarely
my job,
sleep.
and then
Kimbo, yeah, I do rarely sleep because I do have a problem of I'll think of an idea while I'm sleeping, and
then you gotta get up
I'll
and
make
go
a
do it.
note. I'll make a note on my phone, but like I can't stop thinking about it, so I have to get up and shoot and set up. If I have the stuff that I know that I can put together for the shot, then I'll get up and do it. But if it's something where I have to make the prop or the dial for it, then I can probably sleep, but I like it's not a full REM sleep. Like I'm kind of half asleep and half awake because I'm just constantly thinking of it.
Mhm.
Jesus.
And I like as soon as I wake up and I get my daughter ready to school and I take her to school, like I start setting up for shots and I'm just constantly shooting throughout the day, doing
Dedication.
different themes, different setups.
Wow.
And then of course I edit my stuff, and then as I'm editing a photo, another thought comes into my mind. It's like, oh, I can do this differently, and I'll set it up, and then and since I still have stuff set up, and if it's something I can tweak or just change a little bit, I'll do it. Like right now, right here in the living room, I have the Cadet Gomez and the mech still set up in front of my TV because that shot I did earlier for MEZCO Monday is still here. And I already have a thought for 3 more shots that I'm going to do differently right now after this. So like I'm just constantly just shooting. Thank you.
Congratulations on that MEZCO Monday too, man.
Thank you. Yeah, that was cool. That I won the Friends and Foes that weekend, and then the MEZCO Monday. That was pretty cool.
What did you choose? What did you choose?
I chose Destro.
Oh yeah.
I chose Destro.
Great figure.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for the shipping notification for that. I did get the Friends and Foes pack. That was a cool pack. Unfortunately, they sent an email saying that they couldn't send me the Joker by Gaslight because it was damaged. So they replaced it with the Joker Deluxe figure.
Holy
okay.
Wow.
Wow, you lucked out.
Hey Jeff. I'm gonna got them by Gaslight for the Joker.
That's what everybody told me because I didn't know which one that was.
Oh.
And like I shared the message that they sent me, and there's like, is that like the one that everybody wants, like the first Joker? Like, I don't know which one it is. It just said Joker Deluxe figure. Like, oh, okay, the Deluxe edition.
You made out, buddy. You made out.
Good for you.
It's like
so. Just being a parent, like I gotta ask a question. And my kid obviously is involved. Did your daughter help with So
like,
there's I do have some behind the scene videos where she's been in them. One of the most recent ones was when I was doing some plundering shots. She helped me do the setup, and she actually even was in the shot holding one of the figures because everybody knows me for my head nod, and she does the head nod also.
Oh, cool.
And then she helped me blowing the water that I had above to get a certain effect, and she was helping me hold that, and she's in the video doing that.
Oh, cool.
She loves doing this too. I have her own photo station. Because for a while when I would do my shoots and I would get up to go get something, she would rearrange my stuff and then take her own shot. So I had to set up her own little workstation and got her own camera. So she does her own photography too.
Nice.
And she loves doing it. She's gonna be 7 next week. So she's and she loves doing this
happy
too.
Early birthday. Happy early birthday. Wow, man.
Did you get her a mirrorless camera also?
No, not yet. Right now she's good with the what's it called, the VTech. I think that's what they're called.
The kids.
That's what she has.
Nice.
Nice.
And she does her own videos too, so she enjoys it too.
Jeez, man, it's like a 7-year-old, and I can't even get motivated enough to do it myself. The 7-year-old running laps around us. So, dude, that's why I wanted to show this so we could showcase your art, and
thank you.
It fits in with what we're talking about because it is inspiring, just like and then hearing this kind of story is very motivating. It makes me say I am not time management efficient and I need to like get on the ball. So I think but so thank you for sharing that with us. You want to share your thoughts on RumbleCon? Did you have any or
so I'm excited about everything they showed. I am a little disappointed with the teases because I was expecting reveals. Like I wanted to see, I mean, I'm not expecting like full product shots like accessories and stuff, but at least shows what the figure is going to be. Right. But that gives you room to imagine what the figure is going to look like. So that's great in the sense of that. I am a little worried about the vehicle on the price point. Like if they put it the same price as the Cadet Vortex suit, it would have to come with the figure. And if it's going to include a figure, I'm hoping it would be a new squad, a Hazard Squad member, not Gomez or Death Adder. And I'm assuming they had those two figures in there because they don't want to show the next Hazard Squad member.
Right.
That would be pretty cool. But if they just sell the vehicle on its own, I wouldn't. I think the main thing that people will probably complain is that if it's more expensive than the Valaverse vehicle, because if MEZCO had came up with this before Valaverse showed their vehicle and they came out before Valaverse, then I think they had a higher chance of selling a lot of them. But the fact that the Valaverse is coming out pretty soon, I think, like, well, I'm not sure how soon, but and the thing is that I don't know when MEZCO is going to release theirs, so they got that competition going right there. But I mean, thankfully, MEZCO has a lot of fans that are willing to spend that money. But I think that's one thing they have going against them is just the price point on where they're going to land and if it's going to come with the figure. And if it does come with the figure, I'm hoping it's a new Hazard Squad member because we do need another. Because I mean, we got Death Adder, but they revealed the other two that we're still waiting on also. So we'll see how that goes.
I don't think they've gotten it's all like speculation because I don't think they've announced the specs on
they haven't announced the specs.
But so let's just play devil's advocate and let's say it didn't come with a driver because we've had this conversation before too and there's other vehicles and ones that haven't been backed. What would you say as a collector would be a fair price point? Let's just give it the bells and whistles, but you don't have a driver.
So the Vortex suit was what, $350 because it came with the figure.
With the figure, yeah.
So if you deduct $95 from that, which is what a typical Gomez normally runs, $95 to $100, that would make sense because then I'm okay with that price point. Like I have no issue. But then they would have to blow us away with like the extra, like if it's gonna have a light up feature and sound effects. And I'm assuming it's going to since the Vortex suit had it. And I think people are expecting that now. Now that they gave us that. I mean, the sound effects and stuff is pretty cool. It's not useful for me because in photography, you don't hear that. Unless you're a stop motion person, then that's where you benefit from it.
I can do without the sound effects. The light up features is fantastic. Now that is awesome because like in my photos, the lighting you see is directly the lighting from the Vortex suit. I didn't enhance the lighting or anything.
Yeah,
that's all in camera. So
same thing. Yeah.
So the lights are awesome. Like they're really bright. They're fantastic, and I love the lighting on that thing.
Yeah, especially the back. I'm waiting to get mine out. I've heard this thing
is bright.
Very.
Yeah, and that's a testament. Also, not trying to jump on the dick or anything like that, but before when they did a light up features, that was one of the things that people said that they needed to improve on was the amount of brightness. You know, with some of these things like dark side in the eyes, trying to light up the they've improved with their how bright some of these light up features go.
And one thing that they improved also was on that Gomez, the one where the light up feature stays on. I think that was a lack on the previous ones because you would have to hold the button to have the eyes light up. Like there was no way of keeping that on permanently. That was kind of a miss, I think, but I think they fixed it with one of the Gomez figures. I think one of them has where it's a permanent light feature.
Yeah.
The Hazard Squad Gold Commander.
The Gold Commander had it. Yeah. So I'm hoping that from here forward that's an option. Because that would be fantastic for photography. At least something that can definitely benefit from.
Yeah. I think that price point when I did on a calculator, it was $255. So now the 350 minus the 95, so it's 255. That would be for the vehicle. So
yeah, that's what I'm assuming it should be if it doesn't come with a driver. But yeah, we would have to wait and see. And I mean, and then we don't know when, if it's this year or next year that we'll see this go up. So, but I think they have some competition going with the Valiverse one because it's very similar and the price point is where it might hurt them a little bit. But like I said, there's a lot of MEZCO fans that they're gonna jump on it. Like I'm definitely gonna jump on it regardless.
Are you doing one or the other? Or are you doing both?
No, I'll probably just get the MEZCO one.
Yeah. I know it's still early. Like I said, they haven't announced specs and stuff like that, and what it might come with or what it might not come with. I think that's probably a really big marker right there. Because people are going to do side by side,
right?
And so,
I think the MEZCO one looks beefier than the Valiverse one.
Yeah,
it looks
beefier,
really good. Yeah, it's a great time to just be a collector and just have options. I'm not saying one's better than the other because neither one of them are out and we haven't seen everything, but to have the ability to go, wow, I'm not bound to one of these or one of these. To have the options is great.
Yeah, because the MEZCO one looks like it almost looks similar to there's this vehicle called the Buffalo. It reminds me of that vehicle. And the Valiverse, I think they took the concept design from. There's a vehicle that the general public can buy that's bulletproof and it looks just like the one the Valiverse designed, or like I think they based their concept on. But like I said, the MEZCO one does look beefier. It really reminds me of the Buffalo, and I think that's gonna be a cool one. Like that one, I think I think that one's gonna outshine the Valiverse one, but where it might hurt is just the price point, depending on what it's gonna come with.
Yeah, I'm interested in seeing where they're at with their development wise because that mech suit, when everybody saw it, it had already been in development for 2 years prior to being put into production. So
yeah, that's awesome too. Like I thought it was gonna be a year pre-order for that mech suit, but when they said that it was 6 to 8 weeks after San Diego Comic-Con, I was like, damn, I mean that means they already had it in production for a while. Like they already is. So I could imagine the engineering behind that thing because it's an amazing figure. I mean, the only thing now I don't know if it's just me like mine, but it is very top heavy. So you have to find that sweet spot to balance it. Like I worry about putting it on my shelf, and with time, like it'll tip forward. So I have whenever I have it on my shelf, I have a stand underneath to hold it in place to make sure that it just doesn't change. Right. Because gravity would, it's gonna still hit it. But I mean the joints are still tight, but it does have a little give before each little ratchet. There's a little sway, and if you don't have that right, the balance, it gets thrown off and it'll tip over.
Yeah, yeah. Do you? And I'm always when I get mine out, I'm gonna have some some soft pillows or something around, so just in case. But did yours have any problems with? I've seen this in a lot of the groups with the hatch. You getting it clamped down and holding down.
When the first time I opened it and I tried to close it, it was an alignment issue. If you're not paying attention to where the little lock is at, because
Right.
you'll hear a click, but sometimes that click is not a click that it locked. It's just a click that it's trying to get into the groove.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't pay attention and you let go of that, it's going to swing right back up. Because at first I thought there wasn't, like I might have damaged it, but now you just have to make sure that you align the little lock and then it'll snap in place.
Okay. Yeah.
But once I figured that out, I haven't had issues closing it.
Yeah, that's good. I'm on the boards a lot, and I look at stuff, and you know, you're trying to take everything in and have information, but and I know it's different because different people have different experiences with certain things.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted to hear somebody, you know, who probably solved the puzzle to make.
Yeah,
it
and I saw
help
it
other
on the Facebook group about it, and I probably should have put a message on there. You just have to make sure that you align the little hole with the little latch, because if you don't, yeah, it'll swing right back up.
people. Yeah. So the Rumbler was your favorite. More visual space would be better as far as in terms of a reveal rather than a tease.
Mm-hmm.
And future wise, is your interest peaked or is it kind of maintained?
No,
or
it's peaking. Honestly, to be honest with you, I was hoping that they would have shown us a 1/12 scale Doc Knock vehicle. I mean, I got blown away with the one they showed, but I thought that the 5-point was a teaser for what was going to come for RumbleCon. Like they were going to tease us that Doc Knock is going to get that little vehicle, and that would have been awesome. But that gives me hopes that we will get that eventually down the road if they're doing this. So it's like I'm really looking forward to that. And I was also hoping for a new Doc Knock. Like I was hoping for that Pilgrim Van Helsing that was in the comic book, that one panel, because I love the way he looked with that big hat. That looked so dope with the trench coat. And even the statue looked awesome with that new texture on his suit. That would have been awesome. But I think I would have gone more for the Van Helsing look, because that look looks really nice on him.
Yeah, that's a good thing about it. Like you can, if they wanted to, they could expand on it.
Mm-hmm.
Even with you saying that, I'm wondering, because they showed that statue and there was a lot of people saying that they liked that version of it. So when I was there, I was thinking to myself, well, maybe if they're going to be doing a vehicle, maybe they're trying to accommodate if they do a bigger body, so it can fit not only the bigger body, but it can also fit the one that we have now.
Right.
You know, and maybe that, and I'm not promising or saying anything because, like I said, I didn't get a chance to get in there, but maybe that smaller vehicle can just kind of be a stand-in vehicle for the 112 version until you get
I mean, for photographers, I mean, playing force perspective, it'll work.
Oh yeah.
So like I'm gonna get that 5-point just for that, so I can have, you know, at least have it in the background. And then I wish I can get 78 points Dio for the Doc Knock. That thing looks gorgeous.
Yeah.
But so much hit me this month that I'm gonna unfortunately I can't. And then I'm getting ready for Legion's Con. I have a booth there this year, and I'm gonna be selling some of my prints.
Congrats!
Thanks. So like I'm gearing up and getting stuff ready for that too. So like I'm gonna have to hold off. So, but I mean, I can probably do something similar. I just have to work on it. And then, like I said earlier, I'm working on 4 different dials. Like I started one, and then I got an idea for another one, and I stopped and I started the other one, and it just went like that. So I have 4 currently working right now. So I need to get some of them done. And then there's one that I really want to get done because I'm really like, I love Fallout. Like that's a license I would love for Mez to get, is Fallout. I think they would kill it with Fallout, like all the accessories and just having that. But I with my Vaporuni Jackie, like I have them in that Fallout world. So I'm building a house, like just a torn up house. Like that's what I'm working on for him too. And then I got the jumpsuits designed by Rebel 10 Customs. So I have 2 jumpsuits that look like the Volt jumpsuits. and it has the Rumble Society or Slugfest logo with the cog on the back. She was able to print those on
Oh,
the back.
nice.
Wow.
I already have a
Nice.
photo on my Instagram where the day that I got them, it's the regular Vapor and Union Gomez. They're in those jumpsuits.
About where is it at? I'm
It's
looking through it.
it's not that far from the top. It's I know it's before I started posting the stuff that I was selling. It's a little bit before that.
Okay, I'm gonna maybe.
And it's the regular Vapor, and then it's a Gomez that are in that shot. Actually, it's
Regular Vapor and a
it's
Gomez.
the one right there. I don't know if you see that Gomez to the right. So there's a shot. So that's the jumpsuit, and then I have another shot where you see the cog in the back printed. But those are the full jumpsuits. They look like the vote suits.
Give me a second. I just switched out of the. Is it above it or below it?
No, below it. It's not too far down from there. A little bit more. Where are you? Yeah, there we go. That's it.
Wow.
Yeah, so she was able to
that's
print
good.
that. So I did the logo, and then I sent it to her, and she was able to print it on the back.
Yeah, it looks good, man. And it's when did you do this? So this was 5 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
So isn't that weird? You get it? It's weird, right? Good timing, man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, like, it didn't dawn on me that that's the logo that they had used for Slugfest.
Yeah.
And then when I saw the RumbleCon, and then I was like, holy crap, it's the same logo. It's the same logo. And then it's like Slugfest has to be coming because that's the logo they had shown when they revealed the figure the first time.
Yeah, man. Oh god. Pablo, it was great talking to you, man. I appreciate
Likewise.
everything that you do for the community, not
Thank you.
only in our group, but then also outside. And same thing. It's very motivating to know that if you just plan your time accordingly and take it seriously. I really need to get on my shit. God, I feel lazy. Dude, I feel lazy, man.
I know.
This man's hot cake and stuff, like building dials, taking pictures, feeding his daughter and everything. And it's like, wow.
Yeah, no,
I sat on the couch today.
some of my buddies always make fun of me. It's like, man, you're some kind of machine. You need to take a break. And I was like, I do try, but like, I'm just constantly thinking of stuff. And even when I'm watching movies, like, I'll get an idea. I was like, oh shit, that can work for a shot. And sure enough, once I'm done, I'm over here trying to look for the figures that can work, and then I'll do the setup. And if I have the props, then that's awesome. If not, then I start making the props for them. So like right now, I'm in the process of trying to get a 3D printer so I can print more stuff. But yeah, it's constantly going.
He's like, I had a free hand, so I might as well 3D print too. You're just like
3D printers are a game changer. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, they are. A buddy of mine is really trying to get me to do that. Insightful Imagery on Instagram. He does a lot of 3D print work, and he's been trying to get me to do that. So I may pull the trigger. I mean, I have one in my cart. I just haven't like finished the process yet.
Had to wait that RumbleCon, right?
He's like,
yeah, I had to wait for that because I got Slugfest for sure.
Yeah,
because he's gonna fit great in my Fallout universe. So so I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah.
All
right, brother. Well, I appreciate your time, man, coming on and hanging out with us. Thank you so much. I'll make sure that I put your stuff in there too. I know yours. And I want to make sure I list everybody down in the description box. So if everybody's
thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, man. Take care. Be good, man. And take some breaks.
Yeah.
I do try.
Man,
bye, everybody. Take care, right? Bye.
Take care, man. Take care. This shows you that there's people in the community that are doing some kick-ass shit, bro.
30, 40 pictures. Wow.
That's before lunch.
Yeah. His daughter's cooking up breakfast and
wow. Yeah. This is motivating, man.
I build my own dios. I wake up in the middle of the night and start cranking out a dio.
Yeah, man. This is very very motivating. There's times you and I have these conversations on, and doing work and stuff like that. And I need to make sure I clarify that it's not like competition. It's more of just like, wow, if someone can manage their time like that, what can I be doing to, improve and manage my time like that too as well.
It's and inspiring. Like these guys are so amazing, so much talent, so creative.
Yeah,
Like
man.
it's like a renaissance period for toy collectors almost. Like as far as
Something else I took out of this? You see people's names in groups and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And like when Sonover was talking when he's sharing his story, you wouldn't know that.
No, he's just
And
shooting fire. That's all he's doing. He's just
yeah, but
amazing.
then that, and then Pablo, you don't know about people's family, you don't know the things that people doing, but to see that, wow, this is what, I really like this. I really like this.
78 points, freaking cranking shit out,
Yeah,
and staying up late for drops, things that we don't think of. Waiting 14 months to get a figure mailed to him, and still
yeah.
get out.
It's very cool stories. It's cool to hear, and I want to say thank you to everybody that came on. I mean, I wasn't worried. I don't think we were worried about these segments or anything like that because it's kind of a roulette kind of thing. You don't know what you're gonna get, but I wanted to thank everybody that came on, and then I also wanted to thank, how everybody came on. Everybody just wanted to talk and tell their story, and I really appreciate that. Appreciate people sharing and then sharing it with the rest of not only the group but the internet space.
Yeah. Thanks for wearing pants.
I was wearing pants, right? Yeah.
Like everybody, they came. Like the joke was like,
Oh
who's
yeah.
naked and try and like mess with us or something, or
Yeah. There's gonna be some dude that's gonna be naked. And don't try it.
yeah.
I got the quick dump button. See,
And
like what?
now
See naked pants, boom, gone.
and
See,
backstage, he can see you when you're backstage. The hidden camera.
yeah,
Before you come
Yeah.
in. So don't try and.
yeah,
Yeah, that was fun, dude. Like good people. So nice to. And I like, it's like you said, it's one thing for us to sit and text and respond on message boards or in chat, but it's nice to actually have a conversation like face to face and expression and like see excitement. Like when they're talking, like Son talking about positivity and Pablo when he's talking about his daughter getting her involved. And, Boba's always a good guy. And Minnie's dropping her own version of, I'll pay money for that, Minnie's. So sell me that tangerine. What you want for it?
I'm gonna get her on the Halloween show. I'm still working on her.
Oh,
We did it last time, and I'd love to have her on again for a Halloween show. I'd love to make that a tradition, man. And I want her to show her collection.
yeah.
Because man, it's really good. And then also it's a female in our collecting space, and we don't really get a lot of that.
No. Adam sent me his collection last night. Like, I was joking around, like I was peeping like his collection behind. Man, he's got a nice setup.
Good,
it's nice. He's our neighbor-ish. He's just to the north of us.
Yeah, that's cool. He was sending me pictures. I was like, he's kind of close. So maybe he'll get down here on vacation one day. So
he needs
we
to.
all get together.
We can meet up with him like we did Boba.
Yeah. Well, we went over, but I tell you what, I think that it was well worth it. Worth it. The people that came on, MC, of course, dude. I thank you so much for handling things, being the engineer, and getting people on, and always supporting what doing here and just bringing value in. More content.
More content. Now I got to bring more people in, so I got more content to live up to the hype. So, but no, thank you, sir.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Thanks for innovating the hangout. Like it's a real hangout.
Yeah, I wanted to do it this way for quite a while. I haven't been able to think of a way to do it, and then this was just kind of this you guys here, and then just making it work. I like this. I really do.
You're getting prepped for the 24-hour.
Well, you could do it.
Yeah, you bring in people, and it's like the Jerry Lewis telethon. You'll be like, by the end of the show, you got like your tie off, you're all tired, and
break, and you're like, our next stack is bring the grand
Yeah.
total up.
Yeah. Well, again, thank you everyone and everyone that came on, all the guests and stuff like. I'm really gonna make an attempt and put everybody's stuff in there. Just give me a little time because I got to get some time with my lady, make sure she's good. Got to get a foot rub in there, so I'll make sure I update all that stuff. And thank you guys again for coming out and hanging out, whether you were watching or you came on the show. Don't worry about it. We're gonna kind of keep this going and try to get more people on. So if you didn't get a shot tonight, don't worry. There'll be plenty of opportunities. Again, CC, we were thinking about you. Miss you, bro. And MC, as always, man, thank you so much, bro.
Thank you for having me, sir. Appreciate it.
Thanks. And again, thank you, everybody. If you're watching this now, if you're watching in the future, appreciate it. You guys take care. I don't have a sign off. He always has a great sign off.
And I know I don't have any like Mary I got one.
We're done.
Winter is on us. Winter is coming.
Winter's coming.